everything that has led me up until now is just another greater manifestation of that belief that something in me needs to change for me to be whole. And that's just simply not true, right? When you can truly focus on your heart, on your love, and give that love back to yourself, then that is when you pull the experiences that you truly want. Yes, trauma does live in the body, and yes, there are blocks that are holding you back from your highest alignment, and yes, there is some beautiful work that needs to be done for you to really feel like yourself. And at the same time, it's like if you just follow your own bliss, your own true desires, and you just keep going in the direction that you really actually truly want, then all of that is just going to happen naturally. Hello and welcome back to Vessel of Light. I am Sam Renfro. We are here to talk about the mind today. So I just want to jump right in and really share with you the experiences that I've been noticing within my own life, within my own body, and see if you can get some value out of that. See if it resonates with you, and if it's something that you've been dealing with as well, then please reach out, let me know. And if it helps, I am so, so grateful to be able to be here, sharing, experimenting, playing, and um, helping others do the same, right? That's what we're all here to do. So, when talking about the mind, one thing that I have been really, really noticing lately, it's been so prevalent and so prominent, is how the mind creates these stories. Nothing is ever good enough. No piece of advice is ever good enough. No realization, no video that you saw online. Hopefully I changed that for you. But the mind has this way of disregarding anything that might lead to stop it in its tracks. And I have specifically noticed this around clarity and having the thing that you know is actually the direction that you want to go in, or the thing that you need to invest in, or the thing that is actually here to help you bring in more of this true love into your heart. And the mind wants to immediately skip over that. It wants to immediately go into the story of why did this happen, or why is this happening right now, or what do I need to do to make it better? What do I need to do to solidify it? What do I need to do to actually anchor it in my being? It's not just going to change. I can't just realize it and be aware of it and then it's going to change, right? Or maybe it is that simple. Maybe we just need to stop and be a little bit more present. Take a deep breath and let it land and let it fully come into our bodies, into our being. And when we can do that, allowing the mind to soften, to create a little bit of space from that story, from the constant doing. And I say this as I've always mentioned, to be somebody who has a very, very active mind. And of course, we are in Gemini season right now, which is my season. I love it. It's very quick, it's very fast, it's very fun and playful and energetic and wants to move on to the next thing very, very quickly. There's as we all know, there's a bit of an information overload right now, but when people talk about it being, the specific chapter of time that we're in, I'm like, this is how my entire world has been. It's like I'm just like this all the time. It's just about whether I actually do something about any of those thoughts, or if I actually let it come into my body and actually act on it, or I actually use it for a force of good and channel it into something creative or something that's going to help people, or just letting it spin in my mind over and over and over again to just not really have any positive effect on anything, right? It just gets me locked in there. Like, I'm in some sort of cage or something. And sometimes it can be very imaginative. Sometimes it can be very fun and you can dream up a whole other reality in there. And it's just like really, really cool. But it's not always that way. And so I want to kind of loop this back to where I was and where I am now and all the things that have led me up to where I am. And to do that, I have to go back. And if you're unfamiliar with me or my story, I don't share it as often as I should. But, from a pretty young age, I would say 18 or 19, I had this illness that manifested in my body. And it was a staph infection that went deeply internal. And because it didn't get taken care of. The doctors couldn't, you pretty much take a few antibiotics and then they say, okay, well, see you later. You'll live with this for the rest of your life. And I was unwilling to accept that. And so I rapidly started changing some habits, all the food I was eating. I'm taking a bunch of supplements and really trying to hit it from that angle and just doing my best to live a healthy lifestyle while also trying to be a human in his late teens, early 20s, and be normal, quote unquote, in society and have friends and be able to do the things that I wanted to be able to travel, all the things, right? And so, of course, that led me deeper and deeper onto this path and, through the use of psychedelics, lots of them, and some pretty profound experiences that really shook up my world, kind of unintentionally. I feel like I've always been somebody who can handle a lot, but has also just drawn a lot of really intense situations into his life, into my life. And it's not something that I asked for, but it's also something that is just part of it, right? It's part of the journey. And through all of this, there has been what I now realize is a story playing of how can I fix myself? What is the thing that I have to do to heal myself? Why can't Why me? Why is this happening to me? What what thing or practice or um, supplement do I need to take or do to just get this out and over with, right? Like, what is wrong with me? And I think whether it would have been in that moment or before that actually caused the illness in the first place, I don't think that they're separate. I think something like that comes into the body because of a solidified belief, because of maybe even if you want to call it past life or whatever, the soul mission. But truly I believe it starts with that experience that when that belief was really anchored in, then you have the physical manifestation of it that comes and tries to teach you over and over and over again. And of course, that was just the beginning of my journey that then led me into taking courses to be working with energy healers of all sorts to be, trying all sorts of plant medicines and ceremonies and working with just different healers of different modalities, body work, of course. And I was kind of led into yoga, and then later on, I took a couple yoga teacher trainings, and I took my Reiki trainings, and then now I've been in my fascial maneuvers trainings, and throughout all of it, there was a theme leading up to now that I'm now consciously aware of is that if I just do this one thing, if I teach it in this way, if I'm knowledgeable enough, if I am good enough at what I do, if I am seen as powerful enough, if I say the right words, if I teach it in this specific way, or if I do it exactly the way that it was taught, or you have all of those stories that lead you to believe that again, you're not worthy exactly the way that you are, and that there's something that always needs fixing, that is still slightly broken, that you're always searching for, like, what do I have to do? There's that lingering feeling in the back of your mind, in the back of your heart that says, I'm almost there, but not yet. And when I get there, that's when everything will change. And I think as I'm really, really sitting with this, it is allowing me to understand that everything that has led me up until now is just another greater manifestation of that belief that something in me needs to change for me to be whole. And that's just simply not true, right? And I'm being a little bit vulnerable here, sharing my experience and my heart, because I think that there are people that go through similar things that have been on this journey of trying to understand what's wrong with them. Why aren't things the way that I want them to be? And why can't I just get this to be back to normal? Or why can't I just live the life that I want? Why can't I just go back to the way things were? And yet, life is just constantly trying to show us what you can do to actually heal or love yourself or just be present with what is. And now that I've gone off on this deeply vulnerable story, I'm looping it back to the mind because all of these things led me to get closer and closer and closer to being out of my mind. And when I say that, I don't mean like I'm out of my mind, but I mean like to get me further into my body, to get out of the story, out of the constant like chaos and turmoil that the mind wants to cause you. Not to say the mind is bad. The mind is amazing, right? It's beautifully efficient and powerful tool when we allow it to be, but it sometimes the ego likes to get involved, and then the mind thinks that it has to figure everything out all the time when it just doesn't. Like, it's not what it's made for. Our heart is meant to lead us, is meant to guide us, is meant to truly show us what we are capable of. Our heart has all the love, all of the energy that radiates out into the rest of the world, that pulls and attracts all the experiences, all the people that you need in every moment, whether you know it or not. And when you can truly focus on your heart, on your love, and give that love back to yourself, then that is when you pull the experiences that you truly want, the people that are actually going to see you, are actually going to meet you and feel you. And that's when things really, really shift. So we have these tools. We have these beautiful tools. And I now see the entire journey. I see all of it leading me up to where I am now, to have ways in which I can help myself and I can help other people actually come out of their mind and into their body and notice the signals, the sensations that are constantly communicating with you, to say, hey, we're in alignment, we're out of alignment, we're in alignment, we're out of alignment. This is something that needs to be dealt with. Okay, we still need to deal with it. We still need to deal with it. And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you actually listen. And I'm not here to say that any one of these tools, whether it be Reiki or fascial maneuvers or yoga or the supplements, it's not that any one of those things healed me or like cleanse this thing out of me so that I could be free, because it's just not true. They are beautiful tools to be able to actually get you to be more in your body, to create that relationship with your body and say, I am safe and I'm allowed to be me. I'm allowed to express. And that relationship, this is my journey, has led me deeper into my own emotions to be able to feel and process and be okay with what is, and it hasn't been easy and it hasn't been comfortable, but it has been truly, um, life-changing, and it's been really, really rewarding to just witness my own self going through it. And now I know that I'm here to help other people do the same thing. I'm here to coach and guide you and help you and teach you all the things that have led me until now. All the amazing people that I met, all the healers that I worked with, all the techniques that I learned, and the tools and the teachings from various different lineages and from different traditions, all of it has led me to be exactly who I am. And yet I was already that person before any of it. So we use these tools to give our mind and our bodies the framework. We work with them to create a really, really incredibly potent environment for you to do what you need to do, for you to have the experience, for your body to release, for whatever it is that you need. And now, as I've really started to come back home to myself, I get to be a clear enough channel to help you and guide you in whatever it is that you need to hear, whatever it is that you need to see, whatever it is that you need to work through to come back home to yourself. I mean, it's so apparent to me that this is what the human existence is for. We learn and grow so we help others learn and grow. We learn and grow so we can help the higher mind, the collective, the source, whatever you want to call it, for it to learn and grow. And it's this constant, continuous cycle of evolving into love, right? Into just a more advanced, purified being. And it's really, really cool when you get to see it and you get to just laugh at yourself and you're just like, wow, I made everything so hard when it was just the one belief that led me all the way down this rabbit hole. And you see it and you're just like, oh man, you got me. Truly. But at the same time, I wouldn't change it for the world, right? I've had some really incredible times, and now I know that I can live a little bit more free, that I can be a little bit more me, and I get to have more and more of those experiences that are even more fulfilling and more enriching and probably even more challenging. Who knows? It's really all about the way that you work with it and the way that you, I don't want to say react or respond, the way that you embody it, the way that you integrate it, because that's what we're doing. So allowing yourself to always be radically honest with you. Like, be radically honest with yourself and say, what is it that I want? And as much as possible, this is the other thing that I've really been coming to understand is that I don't need to focus on the negative all the time. Going back to what we started with, I'm not broken. I'm not, I don't need fixing. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to try to like excavate all of these like dark negative patterns out of my body. And yes, though that might happen naturally, but I don't have to focus on trying to like fish it out of me because I won't be whole if I don't. It's like this catch 22 that we have to understand that yes, trauma does live in the body. And yes, there are blocks that are holding you back from your highest alignment. And yes, there is some beautiful work that needs to be done for you to really feel like yourself. And at the same time, it's like if you just follow your own bliss, your own true desires, and you just keep going in the direction that you really actually truly want, then all of that is just going to happen naturally, and you're probably not going to be beating yourself up along the way. So, here's my very quick moment of awakening, however small or big it is. But I just want to say thank you for seeing me, for allowing me to be vulnerable, allowing me to be me. And I want to invite you, if you need some help with this, with something else, with your journey, whatever it is that you are struggling with in your life, if you need some help along the way for a reframe or for some work in your body, or if you want to actually understand what life is trying to communicate with you and what those signals are, and have this like zoomed out bird's eye view and somebody to walk the path with you, that's what I am here for. And I'm open for more deeper connections. I'm open to work with you. I am ready. Like, I'm more than ready to take on some mentorship focused programs with the people that are really truly ready to do the work. If this sounds like something that you are interested in, you can book a call with me. I have a free 30-minute consultation call, and I will include the booking link in the show notes. And then for one announcement, if you're local in Santa Cruz, I have a workshop with my Reiki teacher, Joyce, who I also had here on the podcast. We are doing a collaboration. It's going to be a 4-hour workshop up at her space in Ben Lomond. It's going to be an amazing time where we're going to have a deep dive into the fascia, into Reiki, into how all of these life experiences are really showing up in your body and allow you to completely unwind. So, if that sounds like something that you are ready for, there's only one spot left. I would love to see you there. And I'll also include the link for that in the show notes. If you just want to chat, say hi, share some love, I'm also open for that. But if you can truly recognize your own power, your own accomplishments, and your own divinity, things will start to shift. It just happens naturally. So I love you. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a beautiful week. There's some exciting things in store. It's June. The summer has begun, depending on where you live. But I just want to extend that to you and say, keep going. You're doing really, really great. I'll see you very soon. Thank you so much.